In this video, we're going to cover how you can make $100,000 a month from your Google business profile alone. And this is a video that a lot of local businesses and your competitors aren't watching. So stay tuned till the end and you'll get a lot of insights on how you can make $100,000 plus per month for your Google profile. So what if I told you this tiny little box on Google can just make you $100,000 a month without having to pay for ads, without having to wait for the phones to ring, and without being SEO nerd? So if you could see here, one of our local roofing companies is currently ranked #1 on this Google business profile. As you can see here, I manage this business profile and we're getting probably 70% of all the calls that are coming to this specific keyword. And the truth is, most people ignore the Google business profiles, and that's exactly why it works. Most local businesses really neglect having their Google business profile optimized so they can get calls from Google for free. And if you're not in the top 3 profiles listed, chances are 70% of all the calls are not hitting your table and they're not hitting your phone line as well. So nobody really just searches a roofer near me just for fun. These are people just ready to buy. And if they have an emergency leak in their roof, they're going to be searching keywords just like this. So if you're missing 70% of these calls, these are very high intent and these are ready to buy homeowners. So here's how the money is actually made. First off, your client will go ahead and search on Google, whether it's roof repair near me, emergency leak near me, roof insulation near me. Then what they're going to do is they're going to go to your Google business profile if you're in the top 3. But usually what they do, they'll scan the entire Google business profile, look at more businesses. But if it's emergency, they're probably going to click on the first one they see, right? Just put yourself in your customer's shoes. If you have an emergency leak or your toilet exploded, you're going to try to get that fixed ASAP. So if you're not in the top 3, chances are you're probably not going to get that call. Then what's going to happen is they're going to look at your photos, they're going to look at your reviews, and then take a look at your website, if even getting to your website. And then they're going to call the business that makes the most sense for them. And then they book an estimate, and then you sign them on after that estimate. And here's why Google business profile matter a lot. Most local businesses think they need a better website. And this is sometimes the case because, for example, the website sends signals to Google if it's unclear what your company offers. If Google scrapes your website and they see that you have no keywords related to roofing and your roofing company, they're probably not going to rank you as highly as your competitors. If your competitor had something like roof insulation in Houston, Texas as the main headline. If you're just talking about general roofing and you don't really mention the city or the keyword you're trying to rank for, chances are your Google business profile will suffer too. However, Google sends most of the calls directly to the business profile before anyone even clicks the website. And here's what most local businesses get wrong. So most local businesses lose because they never really optimize their profile. They might have set it up once and then forgot about it and keep it unmanaged for 6 or 12 months or maybe years. And with the optimization of the profile, it's not filled out to 100%. So chances are like 90% of all profiles that we've seen, they don't fill out every single field on the Google business profile. And this is probably the easiest bang for your buck in terms of just ranking higher on the Google business profile. Number 2 is they don't have a systemized process of getting reviews. They might ask for it sometimes, but they don't force their service team. They don't force anybody to ask for these reviews. And just having reviews increases the click-through rate and the conversion rate whenever people do hop on your Google business profile. Because put your shoes in your buyer's shoes. If I go to a roofer's website, what I'm going to do is I'm going to search up the reviews. Even for a restaurant, I want to see if this restaurant has good food. And if somebody says that this restaurant doesn't have good food, and majority of all the reviews say this restaurant doesn't have good food, chances are I'm not going to go through with that. And one thing that Google looks at when it comes to reviews is not only good reviews, it's also velocity of reviews. Are you getting reviews on a consistent basis? What does that send signals to Google if you're getting reviews on a consistent basis? It means you're doing good work. Your customers are calling you. They're actually booking an estimate. They're actually booking a job with you. And that's what sends signals to Google. If you don't have your keyword that you're trying to rank for, you don't have the city that you're trying to rank for, chances are Google is not going to know what city you serve, and they're not going to know what services your company offers. But if you do have all of that in the reviews, you can rank a lot higher. And I'll get into later on in this video, but our software just automates all the reviews as well. So having a systemized process, just getting more reviews velocity, will rank your Google profile a lot higher than your competitors. And this is the second biggest lever you can pull in terms of Google business profile. Number 3 is that most local businesses don't post updates when new job pictures are taken. Google always looks at relevance and they also look at consistency. So if you're not posting a photo on your Google business profile or a weekly update, Google is going to think you went out of business, even though your Google business profile is marked as open. While your competitors are posting on a consistent basis, they're having getting all the new jobs that come in, they're posting it directly to your Google business profile. They're going to rank your competitors a lot better because they know that they're in business because they're constantly managing their Google business profile. And then things like whenever local businesses don't do these three things, they keep wondering why competitors keep winning. And this is exactly what I explained on why your competitors are going to outrank you, because they might do one of these things, they might do two or three of these things. But if you implement all three of these things, you're going to beat out all your competitors because chances are they're probably not doing this. And now let's look at real business numbers. So if you're a roofer and one job is worth 10K, you only need 10 extra jobs per month to do 100K per month, or add 100K per month to your business. And those jobs need to come from rankings, reviews, and simple activity on your profile. So if we have 1,000 searches for the keyword roofer near me in your local area, and then 90% of the traffic will see you if you're in the top three, 4,500 people will see you on a monthly basis. Let's say 5%, which is a very low number, are ready to buy today. So that means 250 people are serious buyers, and then 70% of all calls on the Google business profile are for companies that are in the top three. So this leads to 175 calls for those profiles. And you split that against all the three profiles within the top three, that means 58 calls to your business monthly. And this is if you're in the top three. So if you're not in the top three, you're going to miss out on 58 plus calls per month to your business. And how much revenue would that lead to, or that you're currently missing out on if you don't get these 58 calls? So the simple GBP system that we implement, and if you're interested, you can also go ahead and click the link in the description. It basically just use our entire software that we just automate all of this for you. And we're going to give you white glove onboarding so you can hit the ground running as well. And we're seeing a lot of success with the local clients that we have, and we want you to have the same success and beat out all your competitors. So number one, proper category and service setup. So our tool handles all of this automatically, but you need to fill out the correct category, all the services, fill out your Google business profile fields to 100%. Number two is having an automated reviews engine. So having a way to generate consistent reviews and having a systemized process to have lead follow-up whenever they don't leave a review. Number three is weekly updates and photos. So this is to send signals back to Google that you're actually active. If you don't send these signals back to Google, what happens is Google thinks you're out of business while your competitors are constantly posting. So that basically just instills a lot more ranking into your profile. Now let's talk about why this scales. So this has worked in every single city, every single trade, every single country. We serve UK, we serve Australia, we serve all of Europe, US, Canada, and this works everywhere because for the most part, Google and how buyers buy is consistent across the entire globe. So whether it's plumbers, whether it's roofers, HVAC, lawyers, dentists, restaurants, Google will always need businesses to show up. And it's a matter of you and optimizing your profile and having these three things of whether or not you'll show up or not. So if you're ready to start, you could go ahead and click the link in the description, and basically we'll give you a 3-day trial and then it'll be a monthly subscription afterwards, but we could just automate all of this for your Google business profile so you don't have to keep waiting on your phone to wait for it to ring. So we're going to optimize you and rank you in the top three with our software, and that way we could beat out all your competitors and we could get that 58 calls per month to your business. So if you're interested, click the link in the description and I'll catch you in the next video.